Hi, everybody, and welcome to OJT Talk. Before we get started, I need to acknowledge one of my favorite, faithful, loyal followers that is joining us today. That is Kelly. So, and Kelly, really quick, although we're going to do it at the end, just let everybody know where they can find you at on Twitter or any other social media outlets.
It's Lovey Blue 727. That's where I am on all social media platforms.
Okay, and I'll make sure I put it in the description, you
Okay.
guys. So today I'm pretty sure anybody that's tuning in and watching, we're talking about the election and President Joe Biden. By now, everybody knows there's no way he can lose. So we just have to wait for the state to be called. It's probably going to be Nevada. So he only needs 6 more electoral votes to get to 270, and there's no path possible for the orange idiot to catch him, reach that number, or pass him. So, Sean, Lydia, Kelly, with that being said, I don't know how long you guys were up last night. I was up very, very late. I did not feel that good when I went to bed. Um, I was kind of feeling the same way I felt when I woke up in 2016. That's how I felt
Same
when I
thing.
went to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, this can't be happening.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still surprised by the amount of people that voted for Donald Trump. I just feel like with all that this man has done, and all of you all know, I'm still not past my mom dying from COVID 19, um, not seeing my twin sister and my brother because of COVID 19 due to Donald Trump. I lost my mom to and because of Donald Trump. So the fact that he's not doing anything, the fact that we have a lot of Americans that are homeless because of Donald Trump, the way that Black people and people are getting treated
Whew.
because of Donald Trump, who the hell is voting for him?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
That's
happy Biden is winning. He should have won by a landslide. Shouldn't even have been this close. So that tells me my neighbors, the
mm,
people I see in the grocery store,
right.
some people that are laughing and smiling in my face,
Mhm.
Yep.
that's what you wanted.
That's
But so I've talked enough. So I'm gonna turn it over. I'll start with you, Kelly.
I feel like you, but I went to bed last night hopeful.
mm,
I will say that because in my mind, I'm like, okay, this cannot happen. I really didn't see, how I really didn't hear how many people actually turned out. That didn't happen until this morning, and that's when I became angry. So I'm like, 150 million people voted, and half of them
mm-hmm.
voted for a man who puts children in cages,
Right.
rips them from their parents,
Come on.
sends their parents back, has allowed over 235, we might be at 40 now, thousand people, and rest in peace to your mother, Rhonda,
Thank you.
to die on his watch.
Mm,
And there are still many more people being infected by this virus. There's no end in sight.
None.
And basically 65 million people are cool with that. And I'm not even gonna get into the racism and
mm,
and you're cool with that. And then I thought of how did we get from electing the first black president, Barack Obama, by a landslide to a white supremacist narrowly losing
Mhm.
in a matter
There
of
it is.
how did we get here?
Mhm.
And I'm gonna leave it there.
Exactly. That's true though. Lydia, you want to pick up?
Um, I think
And
it's
Lydia's Mexican. So,
yeah.
by the way,
Mhm. I think we get there because of the deep-seated racism that is, yeah, a lot of people. I went to this one church where the pastor was telling people to vote for Obama, and then he got upset by some of Obama's policies, and he said, "Oh, I know we all voted for him because we wanted to elect the first black president." And so I think there was some people who did that for that reason, and that's not why I voted for him the second time. I've discussed this before. I voted for McCain the first time, but that was because of different reasons. But anyway, but you know, I think um, this was all hidden. There's a lot of hidden racism for a long time, and it's just come to the surface.
I agree.
And that's, my kids were like, "Why is it so narrow? Why is the lead so narrow? This is ridiculous." And you're right, Vonda. These are the same people that we see every day. These are
Yes,
the people that we consider like our coworkers, our friends, or whatever.
yes.
And they have to be, you know what I mean? My stomach dropped when I saw Florida go red. I was so upset because have been driving in some of the country areas, and I saw Biden signs everywhere.
And me and Sean messaged each other, I think, when, yeah, we were,
My stomach dropped. I'm like, really? And the crazy thing is that two different, like, predominantly red counties flipped. Actually, three of them. You had Duval County that flipped red. I mean, blue. You had Seminole County that flipped blue, and they haven't been blue since 1940s. And then Pinellas County. I mean, and those were significant. But what happened? The Cubans in Miami, they just totally threw everything off. And I wasn't worried about it. I'm like, nah, they're not all gonna fall for that. But I guess you air a commercial that says socialism is coming. Guess what you scare people, fear
and then
tactics.
their money, and a lot of people don't realize that the vast majority of Cubans that are in that area of Florida, they're wealthy.
Hmm.
So their income tax
Mm.
bracket. But once again, when do you start caring about your fellow human being, your fellow American?
Hmm.
Mhm.
Well, you know how it is. Sometimes when people get out of that tax bracket, they like, see ya. They don't even
Yeah,
care.
yeah,
So
that's true.
you know, you forget where you came from a lot of times. So.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Sean?
So I'm going to agree, and I'm going to also state another opinion. I agree that there's plenty of racism that fuels these numbers. There's plenty of selfishness that fuels these numbers. Um, so, so yeah, a bigger proportion of people that voted for Donald Trump should have never voted for him because they're voting out of, in some cases, racism, in some cases, classism and whatnot. But propaganda is real.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Really?
And so when you're telling these people, I mean, you got to understand that probably everybody on this podcast does our research. So this stuff is natural for us to know, but the general person, they're just watching Fox News, and Fox News is doing exactly as Roger Ailes designed it to do.
Right.
Yes.
So they're believing everything that they're hearing on these channels. Socialism, going to take away the guns, murdering babies up to 9 months old, and things like that. And it's a really intelligent thing that the GOP did, taking advantage of these people's fears in order to get their votes. That's exactly what ended up happening, in my opinion. On the people that are not racist, I mean, I'm not giving them a pass. Okay.
Right.
I'm just saying that I personally know people that voted for Donald Trump that in other perspectives I would completely trust. Okay, it's just
Could you
they
tell me
believe.
what some of those perspectives would be to trust voting for Donald Trump when his whole administration is corrupt? There's no, the whole administration.
Yeah.
So you follow me on Twitter, and you know that I've been banging that drum for quite some time. I know how corrupt he is, but the problem is that I'm getting my information through actually putting the work in and researching it. Okay, these are confirmation biases. Their family believes this. They were raised believing in the Republicans,
Oh,
so
you're
they're
talking
going to
about the
believe.
party.
I'm sorry.
You're talking about the Republican Party.
I'm talking about the people that I know personally
know-
that are voting for
okay.
Donald Trump. I don't know too many people that have gone from Democrat to Republican this particular cycle.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'm more talking about the people that went and stayed Republican. Okay.
Okay.
That's why you have these things like QAnon and Save Our Children and all that BS, because it is pulling at the heartstrings of religious people, older people, like was mentioned earlier, the Cubans in Florida. It's hitting on that whole socialism thing, and this has been something that they built up over years. It's been 90 years that they've been calling Democrats socialists. So it's not something that's just like a fringe thing that is easy for us to overcome.
Right.
And I think you know me, I like to be the devil's advocate and like to see the whole picture.
Yeah.
And to me, yes, there are a lot of really bad people that are trying to further their agendas.
Mm-hmm.
But I will not blanket statement every single person that voted for Donald Trump, because if you do any research and you watch things on cults, the people that fall into cults will do things that they never thought that they would ever do. I'm telling you, look up the Tony Alamo cult. Look up you think that the people that went to Ghana with Jim Jones knew that they were going to be drinking Flavor Aid that's poisoned? No. Okay, it's that cult mentality. Now, that's not all of them. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
I see Vonda's body language.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on this one for the simple reason. The very last thing that you said made like a light bulb go off. You said the people that went and followed Jim Jones. So let's just focus on everybody that lives in the United States of America. COVID-19 is real.
Right. So
Wait. Donald Trump intentionally lied to the American people. He knew for how long? How many months are we in? So let's just focus on the right here and now. So, okay, everybody might not be a racist. That's fair. Everybody's not a racist. Everybody's not a killer. One thing every American citizen should be able to agree on is the danger that he placed not just my mom in, every single American, military members, veterans, children, law enforcement, first responders. Look at what other states have done to help, other countries rather, to help their citizens out. $1,200 check to the American people.
Yep.
I have to disagree with you on that one, Sean. I can't co-sign. I can't co-sign on it. This man is intentionally killing off American people. Intentionally. Everybody that lives in the United States can see that. Everybody that lives outside of the United States can see that. For that reason, he needs to be gone. If I had a child right now, this is horrible.
It is, but that goes to my point, that why would people vote for someone who has done nothing to protect them? And I can't say that it's racism or classism or sexism or what. I don't know what it is, but the way I classify it is just as pure evil. I'm not gonna put an ism on it.
I can.
It's just evil. And to me, I saw this morning that we are basically split as Americans
Mm-hmm.
into two,
Yes, bottom line.
and it's not Democrat and Republican. It's good and evil.
Evil.
Mhm.
That's where we have gotten. That what I think. Because to me, you just lack a sense of humanity. If you can vote for this man after all he has done within three, I don't even recognize
Mhm.
America anymore.
I got you.
I don't even recognize it.
Mm-hmm.
I have to sit. I just don't get it, and I don't get these people. But something that Sean said that made a lot of sense is fear.
Mm-hmm.
Fear is a heavy motivator for some people,
That is true.
and he put fear in these people. Like, I mean, everybody under the sun was gonna come climbing through your bedroom window and take you.
That's true.
And you know, and going into that cult mentality, because some of the things that these people believe, I'm like, ain't no way. Exactly. I just wackadoo. Just wackadoo. I'm you're
Yeah.
like, are you serious right now? You believe that JFK Jr. is gonna show up in Nevada at a Trump rally and he's gonna kick out Mike Pence and he's gonna become the Democrat, I mean the Republican vice presidential candidate running with Donald Trump
Trump.
because he's so disenfranchised with how the Democrat and
Come on.
these people believe.
Yes.
That's why I'm like, I this is beyond any ism. Y'all just crazy.
Right. And that's
Yes.
that's the main point that I'm trying to make is not the fact that I'm absolving these people of their
Sure.
votes. It's just in order to understand why they did this so that we don't end up having it happen again, we have to look at the root cause of it. And the root cause, in my opinion, is propaganda. It is propaganda.
I agree with
Um,
that. 100%,
Yes.
John.
Mhm.
They think that we're going to kill all the babies when we don't. I had the choice in order. I was asked to have an abortion with my son, and there was no way I was going to do that. That kid is the light of my life. Okay, so the idea that the Democrats are just like murdering children is the propaganda that they have. So when we're talking about how could people absolve COVID, it's two perspectives. One is some of them just don't believe in it, which is
That is
stupid.
true.
Okay. And the other one is that their claim is, well, the Democrats kill way more babies than COVID does. And those two situations aren't even linked to one another.
Yeah.
It's just talking yourself into, well, I'm gonna, justifying to yourself
Mm-hmm.
why you're doing something that in your gut you feel maybe you shouldn't be doing, because you know that there's voters that voted for Trump that are going, I'm not sure I did the right thing.
And it's too late now.
It's too late now. Can't take it back.
Nope.
And that's
I'd love to see it after him whining all morning. I think some of them might would have considered it.
Lydia, did you want to weigh in on that?
I mean, I agree with. I don't. Well, all I just wanted to say is that I mean, I understand now why people all believe that, all the stuff, all the propaganda, all the rhetoric is because that's all they fill their heads with. Anything, and they have it in their head that anything that liberal media shares or what they consider liberal media is just fake news because that's what they were told. And you look at cult leaders, the first thing they do is they find something that everybody's upset with. People are already suspicious about the media anyway. And
Yes.
they found, and you find one thing that people are upset about, and you cling to that with a bunch of people who believe the same thing. And that's how you lead them. You make them an enemy. You have to find a common enemy. And then, I mean, I found this because I was doing some research on Jim Jones, actually. So he
You and
actually,
Sean,
no, I
y'all
really,
minds.
no, for real, I did some research on Jim Jones, and you know, they were basically saying he said that rule book on cultism is you find a common enemy, you get everybody upset at it, then after that you can control them. And if you control the what media, the propaganda, that's it.
Yep.
I mean, that's what Hitler did. That's what all these dictators have done, all authoritarian stuff.
So basically then, to close this out on a positive note, he wasn't able to get enough people to drink the Kool-Aid because Joe Biden is going to win, correct?
Yeah.
So
I know Sean's looking like it's Flavor Aid.
Flavor
Well,
Aid.
yeah, it's Flavor Aid, but
Flavor Aid. He didn't get enough. He didn't get enough people to drink the flavor Aid then, because Biden is going to win.
Right.
He's going to have he's going to have the numbers. He's going to get to 270. So I guess for that, we can be thankful that it was only, although, I mean, it would have been nice if he won by a landslide, that it wasn't, that he won, period. And we're not going to have another 4 years of Donald Trump.
Now, what do you think about all of the litigation that he's trying to do?
Man,
Yeah,
did y'all see the representative from Wisconsin?
yeah.
She broke it down. It doesn't, I mean, he can contest it. She's okay. So the representative from Wisconsin said the votes are verified on 3 different levels there. And to go a step further, the validating can be witnessed by the general public. So if we lived in Wisconsin and we wanted to go and watch them physically count the ballots, we could. And she said on December the 1st, it will be verified. Mm-hmm. I mean, period. So he can contest it. That's happened before. It's not good. Joe Biden is still going to be the president of the United States.
And that's the thing. And if he's not, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, if he still wants to contest it by January 21st of 2021, then we'll just roll good old Speaker Pelosi in until he can go. But come January, just like Sean said, he's gone. But you know,
gone.
The thing is that we did some work, but we still have a lot of work to do.
Yes, we do.
That's right.
Half of our country voted for this man for whatever reason. What, I don't care what their reason, but you voted for that and what he stood for. That's the problem.
Yes.
That's the problem. And how we're gonna come back from this? I think we can.
I think so.
You know, but it's gonna take a lot of light, and we're the light bearers, and light will always overshine darkness.
Yep,
Right.
it's definitely. And I'm gonna be ready. Y'all, I know Sean's gonna laugh. Lydia probably is too. I'm gonna shine my light, but guess what? The same until January the 21st. I'm not turning the other cheek.
Oh no.
All of the people that like to, and Lil Wayne, you're gonna get dragged. You guys, well, you risked everything and sided with this man for what? Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm gonna have some fun, but I'll be ready to shine my light, Kelly, I promise.
But shining your light is also shining light on darkness. Now don't think I'm asking you to go out and put glitter all over the place. Sometimes you gotta put a light on somebody and be like, look, you see this right here?
And then you see the rope.
Exactly. They're like, guilty. There you go. Done.
And Sean is probably saying, why did she have to tell Vonda that? Now she's gonna be using that as an excuse all the time. But I can shine, I gotta shine my light on darkness.
No, you do you. I don't want to hold you back from whatever makes you happy, okay?
Okay, but I'm gonna be good, Sean. I am. I'm serious. I'm not gonna act. I am not. There's no way, first of all, I would ever stoop to the level that some of the people have treated me, especially on social media. But if you think that I'm not proud of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, and I'm not going to be screaming and shouting from the rooftops, they're wrong. So, but I will never
I mean,
to the level that some people.
they did it to us, but they did
Exactly.
it out of a sense of pride. So why can't we have a
Why
sense
can't
of
we
pride?
have it?
My main point on what we are hinting at over here, what this whole little segue is about, is the fact that I voted against assholes. Okay, I voted against a guy who went in public and decided that he wanted to give a nickname to every person he disagreed with, like it was a garbage pail kids card. And somebody who can't even have a general conversation with anybody that has any kind of disagreement with him. I voted against that type of mentality because it's not the place that I wanted my kid to grow up in. And so on a personal level, I just don't want to stoop to that perspective, because then I'm a hypocrite. I'm acting in the way that I'm voting against. Now, that is me, Sean. That is not you, Vonda.
Yeah,
You
because
have
like told you so. That's what you did.
right. You have your own perspectives, but that's why I got into all this. And you know how I carried myself on social media.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I don't like bullies.
No, he does not. At all.
Don't need.
No.
I think that's
No,
one
he
of the
does
worst
not at
things
all.
you can be is a bully.
Right.
And all this time, all my family members I will never be talking to again.
I'm your new family.
Nothing. I know your family.
Thank you, Sean.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, that's what I'm looking at. I'm like, at the end of the day, what are they going to do with all these Trump flags? Is it going to be the new Confederate flag? I mean, like, seriously, they lost. What did they tell us? Get over it. Even though he was doing stuff that was ridiculous and out of control. I'm like, you got 300, how many? 300,000 ballots that they recovered from just sitting at the post office in Pennsylvania. And he was doing all of this stuff to try to like suppress the vote.
And now I want to know what's funny about Pennsylvania? If Biden, when they call Nevada and Biden gets those 6 votes, he doesn't even need Pennsylvania.
Right.
Donald Trump can have those votes. So you did all of this crookedness and didn't win this time. Your corrupt little tricks did not win this time.
Where's he at? Where's he at with Nevada? I wonder when they're gonna call their people have to sleep. People don't want to be like watching.
That is true.
I will come and help them count myself. You just give me the plane ticket. I'll fly right there to Nevada and I will help you count.
That is hilarious.
I am done with waiting, because just like you stated, I went to bed last night going, oh my God, 4 more years. And now I think that we have a really good pathway. We're at 264 right now. We just need the 6.
All we need is Nevada.
Yeah.
That's it. And there's no way forward. So with that being said, everybody, it's time for us to go. This went by very quickly. So I want to give everybody the chance to tell all of you where you can find them at on social media. So I'll hand it off to you, Kelly.
You can find me at Lovey Blue 727 on Instagram and also Twitter. Have a good night.
Lydia.
Oh, you can find me at Just Lydia 111 and on all social media. And then you can buy any merch if you're interested at ojusttalk.net. Get a nifty shirt with, you can customize it if you want, but support the cause.
Yes.
And we'll appreciate it.
Yes. Sean.
Indigenous Patriot on everything. YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all of it. And so and at WIKWEKO is the handle on Twitter.
And I am Vonda. You can follow me on all social media platforms at OVonda or Just Talk. And remember, the comeback is always greater than the setback. Stay safe. Go Biden and Harris. Stay safe, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
All right. See you later.
Bye.
Bye bye.